welcome to Houston, Texas, home to the fourth biggest population in the United States. I'm Ed Cohen with the man of the people. He is Jay Williams.
All right, Ed, I see you. New York, L.A., Chicago, Houston right there. I'll tell you what else is big. Rocket Nation, and they're ready to rumble.
Taking over the globe and maybe taking over this game tonight. Jay, we know the capabilities of Houston with James Harden, Chris Paul in running the pick and roll and how that affects an opposing team. The Lakers really have to stay locked in, not just physically, but from a mental standpoint.
Most in particular, the bigs do. The bigs are the ones who are communicating to the guards what the scouting report is for that particular P&R. So if you're a big, if you're at the backbone of the defense and the guard is involved in a pick and roll, you have to yell out key words like red, black, blue. These are all key strategies that require maybe a double team going under or going over the top. That's the big's responsibility, to communicate to the guard what to do.
Wall with it up top. Looking to make something happen. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
It's James controlling the offense to Schroeder. Jay, Magic and Kobe each won 5 titles. How are you going to judge LeBron James' legacy in L.A.?
If LeBron James wins 1 championship in L.A., that means he will set himself apart. He will have won 4 championships in 3 different cities. Now, that is polarizing for some fans. That still does not take away from the overall greatness and the legacy of LeBron James.
And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
John Wall at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 78% at the line. Misses the first. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Lakers at the controls right now. James to Davis. Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper won't fall. Wall across the timeline. Leads 1. Harden to Cousins. Short jumper off the mark.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Schroeder to Matthews. LeBron against Tucker. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Cousins to Wall. Fires the 3. And the Lakers able to grab the rebound. Here's Schroeder with it. His team up by 1. Matthews to James. Flushes it home.
You never want to leave anything to chance when you attack the rim. You finish strong every time you headhunt.
It's Harden. Brings the ball up. To Cousins. Surveys the floor. Wall. To Harden. LeBron James rejects it. It was right there. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
I mean, if you have athletic ability like that guy offensively, as soon as you beat your man, if you don't beat him off the ground for the jump, you have no chance.
DeMarcus Cousins tips it. Anthony Davis defended by Tucker. It's Harden to pull down the rebound. Into the front court comes Wall. Down by 1. To Harden. That's out of bounds. Wall the last to touch. Chance for LeBron James. LeBron James. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To Harden. Wall. Here again, Schroeder. To Harden. Rockets with 4 to shoot. Here's Wall for 2. Gets a look. Can't hit.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
Leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim.
It's not every day that you see a 6'9", 265-pound freight train coming down the lane. You probably want to step out of the way.
James Harden at the controls. To P.J. Tucker. Takes stock of the floor. Harden. Pass to Cousins. Down low. And the rebound taken down by the Lakers. Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. Up 5. James to Davis. That's usually one that he'll knock down.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
He'll get it down low to Harrell. Gets it in the left corner to Matthews. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
LeBron James at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 73%. One free throw, count it. It's a three-point play, and the lead up to 8. Rockets in control of the basketball. Harden picked up by Schroeder. Curling inside. Harden trying to take it to the basket, but a shot stays out.
Woo! I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
Harden in possession. Margins 8. From the painted area, won't go down. Across the timeline comes James. He'll run the offense. Has a look. Gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to submit his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. McLemore in a matchup with Quinn Cook. Shot clock to 4 for Houston. The shot clock expires.
Pick up.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Hey, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
LeBron James trying to cash in on a three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Free throw up and good as they open things up to a 13-point lead. With it, less than a minute to go in a tightly played first quarter. There won't go. It's Cook with the basketball. They can go 2 for 1 if they hurry. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
Bruno Caboclo, a couple of free throws on the way. A career 83% free throw shooter. Oops, he missed the first one. Second one goes. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Los Angeles, they have it. Whistle sounds. We have a tie-up. Jump ball. After the tie-up, they'll throw it up and see who gets the possession. Here comes the screen. Short jumper misses. Layup's good at the buzzer. Nice finish to this first quarter. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Gordon with it. They find themselves down 10. Here comes the screen. To Harden. Rockets with 4 to shoot. Harden. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Quinn Cook. Harden's on him. Here comes the screen. To Kyle Kuzma. Trying to cash in. Wide open look. Won't go. Harden with the basketball. They trail by 7. Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. LeBron into the front court. Minute gone by in this second quarter. Here comes the screen. Five seconds to shoot. From long range. Cleans it up. The hoop and the harm. Gasol going to the line for a chance at 3, making the court his own little pitch. The Spaniard delivers again. Marc Gasol at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. For his career, 77% at the line. Off the mark at the line. Harden in possession. Right now, down 7. James Harden, 2 of 4 now.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Now the Lakers are going to call a timeout. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game. To Kyle Kuzma. Lakers down to 4 on the shot clock. Caldwell Pope. Off the mark. No good. Harden with it up top. 5-point game. And the Lakers clear. Cook to bring it into the front court. They're looking to make something happen to Kyle Kuzma. Gordon with it. Down 5. To Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. The shot no good by Harden.
Hey, lock up.
To Kyle Kuzma. They work it down to Gasol. Good look that time, but off the mark. To Harden. James Harden. He's 3 for 7. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Able to convert inside.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Now the Rockets will use a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Harden against Schroeder. To P.J. Tucker. Harden shoots. Gets a shot up off the mark. Schroeder with the basketball. Leads 5. They get it to Kuzma down low. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Kyle Kuzma trying to cash in on a 3-point play. A career 70% free throw shooter. Missed the foul shot. Wall picked up by Schroeder. To P.J. Tucker. Screen coming.
Hey, watch the screen left.
Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. It's Wall. Can't connect. Defense did its job that time. Here's Schroeder with it. His team up by 7. Runner here won't go. To Cousins. DeMarcus Cousins. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
Old school equals high percentage.
Schroeder to Kyle Kuzma. Nothing going here on that drive. Kuzma to Davis. Screen coming. Has a chance with the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
The savvy players, they create contact. They throw their arms in you. They even throw their bodies into you. And as soon as you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want you.
Wall guarded by Schroeder. And he'll go to the foul line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
John Wall. He's got 2 shots coming, shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. First one, count it. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. Up by 6. Oh, Dennis Schroeder. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
To P.J. Tucker. Here comes the screen. Tucker, guarded by Morris. Gets it in the left corner. To Wall. Deep right corner. Tucker. Has a look. No good. No daylight. Great defense.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter, but the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
And he's fouled. Davis going to the line for 2.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Anthony Davis at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 79% at the line. Nope. First one does not go. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Rockets have the ball. Wall to P.J. Tucker. Sizing up the defense. Wall. Shot clock to 4 for Houston. Beyond the arc for 3. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Short jumper off the mark. Wall into the front court. Counting down toward a minute to go in this first half. He's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
First one goes down. No good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Schroeder with the basketball. His team on top by 8. Perfect feed to set up the basket. Into the front court. It's Wall. He'll run the offense. Tucker to Wall. Nothing going here on that drive. To P.J. Tucker. Rockets with 4 to shoot. John Wall goes to work He shoots. Oh, off the mark.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle. That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. Off the mark on the first free throw. Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip.
I like that. I got ball. It's all me.
Deep three at the buzzer. First half in the books. So far, it's been all Lakers.
It's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports halftime report. The Lakers certainly didn't have a problem putting up points in the opening half, and they've been showing off some excellent shooting, and it's ultimately points that win games. So if they can keep this up, there's a great chance they can finish with a victory. These are the guys getting buckets for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Rockets have got themselves in a bad situation that seems likely to only get worse.
At this point, it's all about pride and mental toughness. A comeback is not impossible, but it's also not likely.
Have a look at the leading scorers for the Houston Rockets. Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Wall with it up top. His guys down 11.
Screen, I got your help.
Tight space with the crossover to Cousins. James with the board.
Show me something better than that, baby. Anytime.
Trying to take it all the way, but it's no good. Yes, Wesley Matthews. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
Harden to Wall. To Schroeder. Short jumper and a putback slam.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Harden to Wall.
Hey, watch this screen left.
Nothing going here on that drive. Wall to Harden. Not that time. Schroeder here against Harden. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
We're watching the clinic right now. We're watching basketball 101. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Harden into the front court. His guys down big. to P.J. Tucker. Shot clock to 4 for Houston. Harden. Smothering D.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
James to Davis. Ball's tied up. We'll get a jump ball. They're set to jump it up to see who gets possession. Schroeder to James. Here's a chance from long range, and the rebound comes down to the Rockets. Wall across the timeline. Down a bundle. Shot from in close, no good. The follow won't go either. Matthews against Harden. To James. He'll get it down low to Harrell. Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high up the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
Here comes the screen. Harden. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal. James here against P.J. Tucker. Gets a look. Can't hit. James Harden. Huge block. It's Rockets' ball.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Wall to Harden. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Wide open look won't go. Here's Schroeder with it. His guys hold a commanding lead. To James. Scores from the post.
If you're coaching against this player, you have to throw some fake traps, some fake schemes. How are you making this player think instead of just naturally reacting?
Harden to Cousins. And a 5-second back-to-the-basket violation is called. Fast pace, Mike D'Antoni giving his guys a breather. LeBron against Gordon. They'll get it down low to Harrell. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
And he missed the free throw. Into the front court comes Wall. Looking to make something happen. Gordon shot, no good. It's Cook with the basketball. His guys holding the big lead. Count it, no and one. There was some contact there. Jay, what makes LeBron so special on the offensive end?
Well, first and foremost, look at that frame. 6'9", 265 pounds with the agilities of a guard. He can blow by you. If he dips that shoulder, there's no way. There is nobody in the NBA that can guard that man one-on-one.
I got ball.
And scores.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
LBJ. Here comes the screen. Quinn Cook up against John Wall. To James. Down low for Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma, strong finish.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on, but the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
lays it up and in.
Eric Gordon finished second in the Sixth Man of the Year voting after winning the previous year. But what's even more astonishing is watching his development at his time in Houston. In New Orleans, often it looked like he was lost. But there's no doubt about it. In H-Town last year, he found his second leg.
To Wall. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
To James. Referee blows the whistle. Jump ball coming. Changes coming from both sides right now. Caldwell Pope. Shot from the lane won't go. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
And now Houston has the basketball. Over to the right side. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Trying to cash in. Shot by Brown off the mark.
See, I don't like that shot right there. Pass the ball, get the defense moving, maybe set a hard screen, roll to the rim, see the ball go in a couple of times before you settle for a mid-range jumper that's contested.
Rockets with 4 to shoot. 4-3. Knocks it down and the foul. He's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
If you're the defender, you can't keep your hand outwards in the pocket of the shooter. The offensive player recognized that. He raked his arms into yours on his way up to take the shot. That's a foul every time.
Eric Gordon with a chance at a 4-point play. A career 81% free throw shooter. You can count that one. 4-point play.
That boy got jumper. Feel it. Here, coach. Feel it.
To Gasol. From the painted area, won't go down. Has a chance. Now a step back. Deep 3 at the buzzer. That's the end of the third quarter with the Lakers in command. It's Lakers ball as we start the fourth quarter, and it might be time to empty the bench, Jay. This game appears to be well in hand.
And their starting five has certainly earned the fourth quarter off. They've been terrific this ball game. And this is the type of game where you find a chance to relax. You ice up, you watch your other teammates play, you applaud them, and you get ready for the next game.
Schroeder defended by Wall. Harden with the rebound. Houston with the basketball to Harden. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
John Wall, couple of free throws on the way. Shooting 50%, some yes, some no in this contest. And he connects on the first free throw. 2 for 2 on that trip. Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. He'll run the offense. Able to convert inside.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Wall.
I got ball.
To Harden. Wall, guarded by Morris. Down to 5 on the 24. To Wall. Keep on trying. Shot's no good there.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Houston takes over. To Harden. To Wall. Baseline drive. Off the penetration, almost, but no good. To Matthews. Schroeder. And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
I can't believe I'm about to say this about an NBA team because this is what I say to my grammar school team. But just because a team is down on the scoreboard doesn't mean you stop playing hard and smart. You really have nothing to lose but really good habits to gain.
Knocks down the first. Able to convert on both free throws. Now it's Harden, controlling the offense. To Wall. The drive, right to the basket. And the rebound taken down by Kuzma.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Harden to Wall. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Harden. Won't go. Nothing going here on that drive. And that's going to get out of bounds. Off a Laker. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Harden to P.J. Tucker. Head to the line.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
James Harden has got 2 shots coming. He's perfect from the line so far. First try, no good. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. To Kyle Kuzma. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Harden to P.J. Tucker. Shot clock to 4 for Houston. James Harden trying to cash in.
My boy. My boy.
To Matthews. Oh, bad pass as the Rockets come away with it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in the playoff game, it will.
Here comes the screen. Anthony Davis able to recover with the block. And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
There's a very fine line between maximum effort and carelessness. I'm willing to live with a few mistakes and maximum effort than having to constantly remind my players to close out.
And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2.
Good shot, boy. Let's go, boy.
Schroeder to James. He'll get it down low to Harrell. Nice pass to get things going.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Here comes the screen. Harden to Cousins. And draws the foul.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
DeMarcus Cousins at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 73%. First free throw is good. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. James into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Schroeder here against Harden. To Davis. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
It's no good. Great defense.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Gordon picked up by Schroeder. To P.J. Tucker. Here comes the screen. Down low for Tucker. And count the basket inside.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Los Angeles has the basketball. James to Davis. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Get it, shoot it again.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
To P.J. Tucker. Driving right to the basket. Right down the lane, but the shot won't go.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Finish that. Gordon with it. His guys down big. To Harden. Screen coming. James Harden. He's looking for that touch. Schroeder with the basketball. His guys holding the big lead. LeBron matched up with P.J. Tucker. Goes to the right side. Davis to James. Going to launch beyond the arc. I don't know, Jay. They have a big lead. This game is just about over. He might not make many friends on the other side with that three.
Oh, I don't want to hear that generic coaching speak about dwindle down the shot clock, use the clock is your friend. No, if you have a chance to beat him by 50, beat him by 50. If you want to beat him by 100, keep shooting more threes.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Harden guarded by Schroeder.
Hey, switch, I got him.
To James.
Got him.
And he finishes at the rim.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Shot from in close, no good.
Hey, lock up.
The Lakers get the victory as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.